yesterday I won a small lot of artifacts at a local auction here in Saginaw, and I got the lot for $9.97, which was quite amazing to me, particularly after I rode my bike out there this morning and picked the items up. It's not a large collection; it's a very small collection, but it's some very awesome pieces of some antiquity. Really, I believe that. Judging from the photographs I saw on the auction site, I believe these were probably late woodland, early middle woodland, but probably late woodland. So I haven't looked at them yet. They came in this Phillies little cigar box, and I have not looked at them yet. So I want to take a look at these with you right now as I unbox them and we see what exactly is in this collection I won. I hope that I got a good deal. I think I did for the $9.97. I would have gone up to $21.55, but there was only one other person bidding, and they stopped at 8 something plus a buyer's premium, made it $9.97. So let's take a look. All right, here we go. Opening the box first, look at this. This is cool. 5-cent Junior Phillies, new zip band, remove cellophane instantly, cigars, miniature cigars. That's a neat box in and of itself, but the contents, I want to look at this piece first. It jumped out at me first. A beautiful, beautiful willow-shaped blade that I believe probably goes back, as I said, to the early woodland. It's a beautiful piece and just wonderful, and it's so sharp on the edges. It was so masterfully crafted from the raw flint, and it is just an incredible, beautiful piece. It would have been, what would it have been used for? Well, some people say that these were when they found the stone to work, that they would shape it into this form, and they would carry them back to the village to finish it as a spear or arrow or whatever. So I don't know if such is the case. So it is. Why would they even bother napping the edge of it like they have, all the edges of it? No, it was beautifully made for whatever intended purpose. I could see it being used as a handheld knife chopper, but it is, or blade. It is definitely a beautiful piece. Very nice. Very nice. Next piece. Whoa, check this baby out. Wow. It's a knife, and it's a beautiful knife. It would have been handheld. It would have been handheld, used for cutting, hunting knife, or for many variety reasons. And either end would be used. This end would have probably had a very specialized purpose. I don't know what that purpose is offhand, but what a beautiful, beautiful piece. Just masterfully crafted. And here we have, oh right, this is cool now. This is a small flaked axe head. It would have been, you see where it's rather notched on each side there? That would have been for attachment to a handle. Nice sharp edge for cutting. Look at how they took the pieces off, striking it with another stone to create this piece, which is the same on these other ones too. Look at how each piece was taken off to form it. Now also in here, it looks like we have two shards of pottery. These are much bigger than what I've been finding out on the farm field, but these are cord marked, heavily cord marked on the outside. The inside shows a lot of burnt residue from its use, whatever it was used for to cook, and also it has a very coarse tempering in it. It looks like it's stone tempering, no shell, but very, very coarse. And that's kind of indicative of early woodland pottery. Now, there are a lot of fragments and pieces in here, but let's take a look at them because they're pretty cool too. This is a piece of hornstone. See if I can get, so you can see through it. Beautiful piece of hornstone, which was undoubtedly used as a knife, as a lot of the debitage or waste products were. This piece has a nub on it here. Could have been a graving spur. Hard to say exactly. Just another interesting little piece. Any of which of these could have been used for cutting and or what I call finger or thumb knives. And here's another small one. This one shows a little more work on it. You can see how, on all of these, it fascinates me how you can see how they took pieces off by striking it with another rock to form the tool that they wanted. Now this one is pressure flaked on the edges too. So this was definitely a utilized piece of waste product. They napped it on the edge, made it very sharp for cutting. Now this piece too is really cool. Let me set it over here. On the end here you can see like a spur. That is a graving spur that they would etch into things with bone, stone, pottery, whatever. But they would etch into it using something like this, a graving spur. Very nice piece. Very nice piece. This is a heartbreaker. It is a broken arrowhead. See, it was notched here and here. It had a straight base. Would have been beautiful. So thin, just so finely crafted. So collection, I'm going to show you some still pictures next with a pen laying beside them so you can get some size reference. What an amazing collection. $9.97. The only thing I wish is I would have found these myself out on the field. Oh yeah, judging by the pottery, I would say that it's late woodland pottery and probably from the southern part of Michigan. Any of these forms, any of these type stones can be found in collections made in the southern part of the Lower Peninsula. So I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at these. Boy, I sure have. And I'll show you some close-ups that I'm going to take here in just a minute.